Hello, my name is Ruhy Parris and I'm a member of the Baha'i faith in Edinburgh. I've served on the board of the Edinburgh Interfaith Association for a number of years and as a consequence have been privileged to get to know and to make lasting friendships with many people of diverse backgrounds, faiths and cultures. Together we all form the warp and woof of the rich tapestry that is the community of our beautiful city of Edinburgh. The Baha'i faith is the youngest of the world's religions, beginning in Iran in the middle of the 19th century. The founder of the Baha'i faith, Baha'u'llah, that's an Arabic title meaning the glory of God, is regarded by Baha'is as the messenger of God for this age. The connection of the Baha'i faith with Edinburgh goes back to 1913, when Baha'u'llah's son and successor, Abdu'l-Baha, visited the city at the invitation of Mrs. Jane White, wife of the Reverend Alexander White. Abdu'l-Baha was their guest at 7 Charlotte Square, which was then the Manse, and is better known today as the Georgian House, and is beautifully kept by the National Trust for Scotland. When you visit the Georgian House, there is a plaque on the second floor commemorating Abdu'l-Baha's visit. Abdu'l-Baha spoke in our city about his father's message. The main theme of Baha'u'llah's message is the unity and oneness of humankind. He taught that there is only one God, that all the world's religions represent one changeless and eternal faith of God, and that all humanity is one race destined to live in peace and harmony. The Baha'i faith provides a structure through which universal peace can be obtained and established in this age. Among the teachings of Baha'u'llah is that this earth is but one country and mankind its citizens. Baha'u'llah tells us, "It is not for him to pride himself who loveth his own country, but rather for him who loveth the whole world." The earth is but one country and mankind its citizens. Baha'u'llah teaches us about the oneness of religion. Abdu'l-Baha explains the apparent conflicts between religions in the following words: "All these divisions we see on all sides, all these disputes and opposition are caused because men cling to ritual and outward observances and forget the simple underlying truth. It is the outward practices of religion that are so different, and it is they that cause disputes and enmity, while the reality is always the same and one. The reality is the truth, and truth has no division. Truth is God's guidance. It is the light of the world. It is love. It is mercy. These attributes of truth are also human virtues inspired by the Holy Spirit. Man has been given the faculty of reason and intellect. Baha'is believe that God has not intended man to blindly follow his forefathers, but man must investigate and discover the truth for himself. Abdu'l-Baha goes on to state, "Furthermore, know ye that God has created in man the power of reason, whereby man is enabled to investigate reality. God has not intended man to imitate blindly his fathers and ancestors. He has endowed him with mind, or the faculty of reasoning, by the exercise of which he is to investigate and discover the truth, and that which he finds real and true he must accept. Religion must be the cause of unity, harmony, and agreement among mankind." Abdu'l-Baha goes as far as to tell us that if it be the cause of discord and hostility, if it leads to separation and creates conflict, the absence of religion would be preferable in the world. Baha'is regard religion as a progressive process, requiring to be updated as humanity evolves mentally, socially, and spiritually. From age to age, a new messenger is sent from God to humanity, according to the current needs of mankind. These messengers essentially have the same spiritual message to mankind. Baha'is believe that Baha'u'llah is the latest of these teachers. Baha'is believe in peaceful consultation in order to resolve differences. Abdu'l-Baha reminds us, "The shining spark of truth cometh forth only after the clash of differing opinions." However, differences of opinion must be presented with courtesy, and that an individual be detached from his or her opinions, being prepared to see things from a different perspective in order to reach a decision. Universal education for all children is an important principle of our beliefs. Great emphasis is given to the education of girls, who will be the mothers of the future and have the responsibility for nurturing and educating the next generation at the earliest stages. Education, however, is not only academic, but also spiritual and moral education, learning virtues that will benefit not only the individual, but also the wider community. Truthfulness, trust, courtesy, kindness, generosity, these are all virtues that are universally recognized by one human family. On the subject of education, Baha'u'llah goes on to tell us, "Regard man as a mine rich in gems of inestimable value. Education can, alone, cause it to reveal its treasures and enable mankind to benefit therefrom. Prejudice must be eliminated. As spiritual beings who are members of one human family, there is no room for racism or discrimination. In a society where there is understanding that we are all one human family, there is no place for extremes of wealth and poverty. Baha'u'llah tells us, O ye rich ones on earth, the poor in your midst are my trust. Guard ye my trust, and be not intent only on your own ease. As human beings, our purpose in life is to know God and develop ourselves as spiritual beings. Prayer and devotions are integral to our individual and collective lives. Prayer and acts of service for our wider communities and neighbourhoods are important. Walking a path of service to God and humanity gives life meaning and prepares us for our journey towards our Maker when the body dies and the soul continues. So, what do Baha'is do? Baha'u'llah tells us, be anxiously concerned with the needs of the age ye live in, and centre your deliberations on its exigencies and requirements. As such, Baha'is throughout the world, both individually and collectively, strive to become involved in the life of society, working shoulder to shoulder with diverse groups to contribute to the advancement of material and spiritual civilization. Social action describes a spectrum of activities often undertaken at the grassroots, the purpose of which is to contribute to the material and social well-being of the wider community. Closely related are the efforts of Baha'is to contribute to the public welfare at the level of thought through participation in the discourses of society. Among individual members of the Baha'i community, this typically entails sharing ideas inspired by the Baha'i teachings in a variety of social spaces. At the end of the day, the heart of the Baha'i message is that the earth is but one country, and mankind its citizens. If you would like more information about what Baha'is believe and what Baha'is do, please visit www.baha'i.org/beliefs.
So inviting you now to join me in a 5-minute mindful pause, and really allowing the opportunity to simply be here with the faith that the body really knows how to take care of itself, so we can truly rest without needing to do anything for the next few moments. So if you care to, closing your eyes or lowering your gaze if that feels more comfortable, and simply inviting the awareness all the way down into the feet. Really feeling the contact points of the feet as they connect with the ground underneath. Feeling that support. Maybe noticing sensations of pressure, of warmth, maybe nothing at all. Just noticing what's here. No need to make anything happen at all. And if you care to now, moving the awareness up into the buttocks and the contact points here as they feel supported by the chair underneath. Being a sense of gravity holding us here. And then moving the awareness into the hands, being supported by the lap. And now, if you care to, bringing the awareness into the belly and feeling the breath here as it moves into and out from the body. Using the breath as an anchor to be here in each moment. And again, there's the real possibility of resting here because the breath knows how to breathe itself. So the invitation is to bring curiosity to the sensation of the breath. Sensation of expansion as the breath moves into the body. And softening as the breath moves out. Receiving the breath as it comes in. And letting go as it moves out. Receiving and letting go. And at some point, you may notice that the mind wanders from the breath. And that's not a problem. Remembering that that's exactly what minds do. Taking care of us, maybe planning or reminiscing, maybe even daydreaming. Whatever it is, wherever the mind has gone, just recognizing, acknowledging, and as best you can, gently guiding the awareness back to the breath. Back to this breath happening right now. And in a few moments, the practice will come to an end. So just taking the opportunity to thank yourself for this practice and for taking care of yourself. And when you're ready to gently opening your eyes, coming out of the practice and moving on with the next part of your day. Thank you.